beginning of a new and excitingly different story.
Here we go again.
Hey YouTube, welcome to another edition of Todd Tinkers with Tech. Sorry, I've been slacking on making videos lately. It's just been hard with my schedule and what have you. So I'm going to try and get back into the swing of doing at least one video a week, I hope. So thanks for watching this one. So we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing. I won an auction on shopgoodwill.com for a vaguely labeled product. It was all the auction said was an HP thin client with power supply and accessories, and it had some really low-res, lousy pictures in the auction listing. I'll show you those now. So it looked like it was promising, and it looked like I could win it for a pretty good price. So I actually ended up winning it for $27 plus shipping from Georgia. And let's see what we got. So this is the box it came in. Here is my invoice from Goodwill. And inside we have a very generically labeled HP thin client box. No indication as to any kind of specs on here. So let's have a look. All right, this looks promising. Nice original factory packaging, it seems. And wow, this thing looks brand new. It still has the plastic protection on it. Wow. But I still don't see any indication as to what model this is or what kind of specs. I have a little bit of a clue by looking at the back there, but I still don't really know. But man, this thing looks brand new. Seriously. The only thing I can see is it does have a little bit of a sticker residue on the front here. You can see that. It's a little bit of a sticker residue. One thing with these HP thin clients, if you want to know at least the model on it, there is a little door you can pull off on these things. So if you can get a fingernail, and this one corner has a little bit of a slot, and you can pull off this panel. So by looking in here, I now know, and my guess was correct, that this is an HP T740 thin client. So that's pretty cool. These are actually pretty powerful machines. These are Ryzen based. So 27 bucks for a Ryzen based machine, even if it's a slow Ryzen, it's still pretty cool. But I'm looking at this and there's still no indication as to what the specs are. There is like an HP code thing that I could probably decipher and figure it out, but the easiest way would be probably just to turn this thing on. But anyway, on the back here, there's little arrows that point to where to put the tabs to put this little door back on. It's weird, they put this door, and it's really just for accessing this information. It's not like you can use this to get inside to upgrade or anything like that. It's just a door for information. All right, door is snapped back in. Let's see what else is inside this box. So we've got a generic HP mouse. very generic, but what the heck? And we've got the HP factory power supply. This unit happens to be 90 watts. Again, looks brand new. I mean, this thing doesn't have a scratch on it. It still has the factory plastic wrap on it. Brand new power cable. Again, doesn't look like it's ever been used. Still nice and shiny. Oh, cool, and it actually came with a stand for it. Sweet. And we've got some documentation, quick setup guide, and generic end user agreements, blah, blah, blah. Nothing too interesting and no other information in there. And we've got a generic HP USB keyboard, and again, this seems like it's never ever been used. Brand new HP thin keyboard. Okay, that's cool. Not bad. So these HP T740s, apparently it has a 4-core, 8-thread Ryzen processor, uses DDR4 RAM, and it has Vega 8 built-in graphics. So I still don't know what kind of RAM setup this machine has and what kind of drive storage setup. It could be a lot of options. So the only way we're going to figure that stuff out is by turning the machine on and taking a look. So why don't we do that? Let me get this thing plugged in and we'll have a look. Okay, so I've got this little machine plugged in, and oh wow, it just spun up the fan quite a bit as soon as I plugged it in. Alright, so the fan spun up, but it didn't power on. Oh, there we go. I hit the power button. Oh wow. I don't know if you can hear that, but quite a noisy fan on there. Alright, so it's booting. At least it boots. That's a good sign. Okay, it does not like the fact that I'm not connected to a network. It's not Windows, whatever this is. Okay, so it booted directly into some sort of web interface thing. See if I can see what happens if I reboot. So it looks like Windows, but and then it got the big red check mark. I don't know what that's about. Interesting. Back to the network thing. Let me try getting into the BIOS on this thing. I'm gonna power it off. All right, trying F10. There we go. There's the BIOS. So all right, so it looks like we've got 8 gigs of RAM in here. There's our AMD processor, Ryzen V1756B, running at 3250 megahertz, 3.2 gigahertz. Okay, that's all good. Storage, so let's see. All right, so there we go. We've got 128 gig SATA SSD most likely on this thing. That's a little disappointing. I was hoping it might have a terabyte in it, but oh well, can't have everything. So that's good news that we could get into the BIOS on this thing. It's not some proprietary corporate locked BIOS, so that's a good thing. I think what I'm going to do is go grab an Ethernet cable and plug it in because it doesn't seem to have Wi-Fi on it as far as I can tell. So let's plug in Ethernet and see what happens then on boot. All right, so now I've got this thing connected to Ethernet. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's weird. Didn't like that. I was just saying it wasn't turned off properly. Okay, you know, I could see something quickly flash on the screen there. VZ Call Center on the left side. So VZ Call Center and that big red V. I think we might possibly be a Verizon customer service machine. Okay, so now it's saying we can't reach this web address, myvad.vzwcorp.com. Okay, so it is Verizon. Interesting. Okay, there we go. So there it is. VZ Call Center Citrix. VZ Call Center Citrix Virtual Desktop. And so it's got some kind of interface here, display, date and time, admin, and power. So not a lot going on here. Interesting icon to old school Internet Explorer. And then something called HP Easy Shell. So my guess is that whatever this Verizon call center thing, it won't log in because it probably needs a corporate VPN to successfully log in. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It seems like this was it was probably distributed to people who worked for Verizon maybe during the COVID pandemic. And somebody donated it to Goodwill and didn't do a factory reset on it. So that's interesting. So my goal for this machine is I think I'm going to install a terabyte SSD in it, which I actually have right here. And then I'll proceed to go ahead and put normal Windows on it and do some tests and see how this is. I'm kind of curious as to what the Vega 8 graphics can do, and also, investigate the possibilities of that expansion slot on this machine. So I think that's going to do it for now on my $27 HP thin client, and I'll do another video with installing the SSD and getting Windows up and running and doing some benchmarks and see what this thing is capable of. So as always, I appreciate you watching. If you dig this kind of video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you can. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time.